Hello, everyone. My name is Rob here. I'm a 30-year-old man living in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Welcome to my channel. Um, Today, I want to talk about some things that are really bothering my mind, and it has to do with these ideas of the virgin with rage type category. I noticed that a lot of people have seen my incel video, but I'm against incels. I'm against the idea that people are owed sex. I'm against the idea that that being nice is going to get you somewhere. I want to espouse the fact that I'm not virtue signaling here. I'm not asking for people to be understanding of anything. I know that incels are basically lauded against by both the left and the right for pretty much being selfish pricks as they are. The reality of these incels is the fact that they believe that people owe them sex, and the fact that the nice guys believe that women should always have girlfriends. Let me say something real quick. Incels, listen to me closely. Listen, I'm gonna say this one time only. You can't tell women who to fuck or who not to fuck. You cannot tell women who to date or who not to date because it's not going to work. It doesn't work. It's not how things work today, man. If you really want to get women to fuck you, or if you're gay, to get men to fuck you, or if you're into trans people, to get those people to fuck you, it's the problem is you just gotta work hard for it. Actually, there's two ways you can do it. You can either work hard for it or you can pay for it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Sex is not the end all be all. Sure, it'll open up your different avenues in life, but if you don't understand how relationships work and how social dynamics work amongst regular people, you'll never get anywhere. What I mean by this is that if you're gonna be nice, you should be genuinely nice, not, be a nice guy just to one person or whatever. But then at the same time, you should also be able to stand your ground and hold your own. That's the issue. Most of you nice guys, you want to sit there and be like, "Oh, I'm never gonna get laid because women don't see me as boyfriend material." Well, let me say it like this: women see everything. Women love guys. They're always on their shit, always on their the reality of always being real with themselves. Excuse me while I take a drink of water. The reality is that most guys that are incels and nice guys are just genuinely stupid. They believe that everyone's against them. They're gonna believe that I'm against them. Oh, heaven forbid Rob decides to say something wrong, and now everyone wants to be on the defense, okay? Take 5 minutes with yourself. Take a good look at yourself, and I want you to write down lists. This is for both nice guys and incels. I want you to put a woman in your head, all right? The woman in your head. But I'm gonna go ahead and make a made-up person, all right? Let's call her Jennifer. All right, Jennifer is a single 23-year-old woman who is trying to work on her master's degree, or has her master's degree. Her hobbies outside of bar hopping are traveling, going to the movies, and being a foodie. All right, she loves eating at different restaurants and trying to encompass her palate. She doesn't mind, people, but she was a very popular girl in school. Her people that she hung around with were jocks, preps in high school, and she's practically almost a sorority girl. Now, granted, what are the things that happen with people who have these things and have feelings for these people? Well, one, they decide to look at these women and think that any girl will fuck them, or any girl will give them a chance of a date. But when you really look down to it, if you can't match the criteria that those people are about, you will never get anywhere with time. It's the same thing, if you're a goth person and you're into, you want to be around other goth-like people. If you're a wrestling fan, you want to find someone who shares your same passion for sport. Whether, full contact or whatever. You see, when you have friends that have like-minded ideas, that's how relationships are built. They're built on ideas. They're built on what is relatable. The keyword relationship. Keyword being relation. When your friends, when you make friends, you make friends. You want to make girlfriends, then you want to make them, you want to make girlfriends. You can't mix friends and girlfriends together. It's gotta be genuine off the chest, you know what I mean? Think of it like this. When you're not genuine with yourself, people read through it. And then you become outed as a liar. You become outed as a fake, as an embarrassment. If a girl finds out, hey, he likes me, but I was just being just a friend, then it's creepy. Because then she's like, oh my gosh, he likes me, but I don't feel the same way about him, Because then, women are about emotion, how they feel. The reality of how they feel, Like, you just can't mix things like that. That's like mixing, dog food into a manwich sandwich. You know what I mean? It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You can't make those two things work. Because one is, provisions for an animal, and the other one's a provision for human consumption. You don't mix those two things together. It's just weird and disgusting. Granted, if you want to have friends and you want to have a girl that is a friend, that's fine. It's perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong with having a life and a wife and all this other stuff. But let's get back to the situation here that I'm talking about. When you lack your genuine self, and like I said, you become outed as a liar. You become outed as a fraud. The reason why you're mad isn't because the women diss you or whatever. No, it's because you're disingenuous with everyone out there. Instead of being, sorry, it's more like, fuck you, you're a bitch, you don't deserve things. I hope you get, raped with a rusty butter knife and shit like that. Stuff that isn't really necessary. It's not really nice, and it's actually very, very bad. I want you to step back from yourself and question this. If someone were to talk to your sister or your mom or your female cousin or your aunt, let alone your grandmother, or a really cool teacher that you had back in your school days or whatever, would you sit there and allow that to happen? Would you sit there and allow these people to lambaste these feminine, people who were part of your life, teaching you, making you grow and helping you grow and you help each other, It's like if you talk to your sister, do you talk to your sister like that? Do you tell your sister that she's bitch and everything because she didn't want to go see the same movie, or she didn't want to hang out with you, have friends or whatever? It's nothing like that. It's just that, I don't have a sister, but I have a sister-in-law. I am not going to sit there and tell my sister-in-law that I love them in a way that my brother loves his wife. That's not really what I want to do. I want to love my sister-in-law because she is awesome, that she is family. And I wouldn't want people to disrespect my own family. Whether they be, related by blood or not, it's still family. My family means everything to me. Therefore, if someone were to tell me that my mom is beautiful, I'm complimentary and saying, hey, thank you for saying that. My mom is a beautiful person, by the way. But when you sit there and you come off with this fucking hodgepodge of bullshit about how life sucks and how you're not getting laid and blah, blah, blah. Like, do you honestly think women really care about you getting laid or not? No. Women just care about how you make them feel. Eventually, when you start learning how to ask women out properly and you start asking about what they want in life, then you might get something. And really what women want are men that are dependable. Men who are just not going to sit there and be a fucking puppy dog. That's going to follow them everywhere. No one wants a puppy dog. Sure, it's puppy love or whatever, but don't be the puppy dog. Because when you're a puppy dog, all you do is you just sit there and you beg and look for attention, blah, blah, blah. You have no way of being self-dependent. So you end up just trying to ask for attention, which doesn't need to be done. You don't need that, Stop trying to be the puppy dog. Puppy dogs don't get respect. They don't get women to love them. They don't get women to realize what the problem is. Women will respect you regardless of what you say or do, but you just have to make sure that they understand you and you understand yourself of what you want in life. I've been in situations where I've had women, tell me about the guys in their lives that they didn't like. And I understand that, from my standpoint, one of the things that I remember was back in the day, I once tried, getting a girl to be attracted to me. And it failed. They did the same thing over and over again. See what the issue was. Once I found out that it wasn't really the women that were the issue, it was more the fact that it was myself that was the issue. I'm not the bad guy here, but I wasn't being myself. I wasn't, making it seem like it was. You go to your Facebook page, and then you start looking at things, just end up fucking up. And eventually you're going to get tired of fucking up, and then you're going to be like, you know what, fuck this shit. I gotta do me. I gotta do things for me. When you start saying, fuck this shit, and you just get it out of your system, and you're out of your way, and you're out of the problem, then you can finally say, hey, now I got somebody. Now I got somebody that I like, something I want, You gotta work hard for it, You gotta look at situations like, what am I gonna do when I get this girl to get with me? What do I gotta do to get this girl to be on the same page? What do I gotta do to get this person to see, see the thing? Well, one, you gotta be genuine. The last thing I said on my last video was, you have to be away from the pornography. The reason why I tell people to get away from pornography is because that's going to harm your chances of, getting a woman. And not to mention, we're actually getting a mate. Doesn't matter, like I said, if you're gay or straight, or if you're into trans people or whatever. What pornography does is that it makes you less genuine about what you are. If you're genuine enough to go out there and find a porn star that you like, rub one out, just to satisfy that urge, then that's fine. But you have to remember, like, no one's gonna go out there and try to look for you if you're stuck addicted to porn, and you're not gonna go out for that because in your mind, hey, here's my idea of having sex because I'm just gonna rub one out, you know, let it all go, you know, orgasm, and the next thing you know, you're pretty much ruined your dinner, and the next, you know, by ruining your dinner, you pretty much took away the appetite that you had by gorging on snack food, when really you should have gorged on a nice meal that, you know, parents have made for you, a nice meal for your, you know, something that you made yourself for yourself. Don't be that guy who goes out there and says, well, I can never get laid because women don't like me. No, women do like you. It's just that you come off as creepy. I really think that people like Joseph Strickland and Elliot Rodger, Alex Manassian, as well as countless others who are considered nice guys, incels, or whatever, you guys need to check yourself before you do more danger than you expect, and especially for people like Joseph Strickland. All three men that I just announced that I said are all criminal. One of them is dead, two of them are still alive, and two of them are still virgins and whatever. Let me go ahead and address this whole Alex Manassian thing. You want to say you want to get out, you want to tell people, you want to get rid of the Stacys and the Chads and all of that. Let me tell you about the Stacy and Chad dichotomy. For most of y'all that are watching this video, the whole thing about the Stacy and the Chad, they're archetypes. They're all archetypes. They give them names. They give them Stacy, Chad, Betty, Tyrone, Kiki, all these other ones. Was it Chad Priya? What's another one for men or for women? For you got the Chang, and for the female version of a Chang, I can't remember. Say, you know, Zhang or some shit. I don't know. I can't really say it. You know, all these things are archetypes, and they don't exist. They exist in your terms, but they're not real. They are not real. If Chad Preet and all these other people are all real, then you need to step back. I would recommend a book. It's called The Art of War. It's been written by Sun Tzu. It will tell you a lot of things. It was built for generals, but you need to realize something. Another book I'd probably I would say is Nikolai Machiavelli's Principalities. You want to read that as well, because you need to read both those books to really understand why inceldom is stupid. Because those two books, as influential as they are the smartest written books out there. Because you need to realize that with both of those guys, they're like, listen, you can play into the hands of a prince or to your king, but it will not always work out in your favor. You have to try to work on your own and try to learn from situations, learn from your mistakes. I mean, really learn. Sun Tzu said it best that if you take 1,000 fights and you learn from your enemies, you'll learn how to beat him in 1,000 different ways. You know, it's something like that. You know, meaning that if you take elements out of from your enemies, like Chads and whatever, maybe here's some starters. All right, if you guys are afraid of Chads and stuff like that, here's something I would ask for you guys to look at. What does Chad look like? Not the character that you see in these incel forums with the, looking like Jack 7 from Tekken 7. No. What does Chad look like? Let's say Chad has a nice haircut. Let's say he's clean shaven or has some type of style that makes him look unique. Okay. Maybe he has a background in sports or he goes to the gym. Maybe he can attract a lot of girls. He doesn't pretty much go into this dick waving contest because it's not what he needs. Let's say that, the guy is genuinely really, really cool. Doesn't really give a shit, but at the same time, really, really cool. But most of these, let me tell you what the problem was for Elliot. I'm going to tell you the mistake. The big mistake with Elliot was the fact that he was acting beta. He was acting clean. He was acting like a puppy dog. The reason why women weren't attracted to him because he never tried to attract women. He always got jealous. He would see a girl that's dating someone like an Asian student or something at a party, and then he would cry about it, asking why he can't get laid. Motherfucker. Ask the guy, hey, how long you been in a relationship? Ask the other guy, like, hey, is there any place that I can go to that would put me in the area where there's a lot more women like that? More than likely he's probably going to tell you, alright. One, be genuinely a gentleman. Don't talk down to people. Don't look down on people either. Problem with Elliot Rogers is that he looked down on a lot of people, like a god. Because he felt like he was superior. There's no such thing as inferior or superior. At least not in a relationship. If you are if you're a nice guy, you want to be genuinely nice. You don't want to be halfway nice. You just want to be genuinely nice. You can't be, you gotta be real with yourself. To be honest with you. Problem with Joseph Strickland. Wants women to lower their standards, but doesn't want to lower his own standards. He doesn't like clubs. He doesn't like house music. He doesn't like modern day rap music. Well, guess what, Joseph? The reality is that if you don't like rap music and you don't like current rock music, then turn the radio, find a station that you like, and stick with it. I'd say the crowds that you associate with, open up the pool of people that you can go ahead with. Don't go for 9s and 10s if you are a 4. You get what I'm saying? Because you're not going to match, and it's going to be a terrible relationship. And the person that you're going to be dating will drop towards your level. Don't be that guy. And don't be that guy who would drag people out of clubs because you think that she's going to cheat on you. Clubs don't mean cheating. Clubs mean fun. The idea is that Joseph Strickland doesn't know how to have fun. That's the issue. Doesn't know how to have fun, and he's also a hypocrite. For that, fuck you. Alex Manassian, I need you to realize that the ladies that you are trying to attract, the reason why you're incel is not because you have short hair and you might be possibly ugly. It's the fact that you are a piece of shit and your personality sucks, and the fact that you decided to run over people because you can't get laid or you can't get a relationship is a fucking poor excuse. The reason why you ran over people because you were jealous. Drop the jealousy act and go with something else. Go with people that you know that are like-minded. And you know what? It's okay being single. It's okay not to have a girlfriend. It's okay not to have a wife. It's okay not to get laid. There's nothing wrong with being a virgin. Nothing. Not one goddamn thing is wrong with being a virgin. I was a virgin for 28 years until I decided to go to a magical place called the Philippines, and I lost my virginity. I'm not going to tell you who, and it's not my reasons to say it, but my problem is that if you're going to direct yourself in this attitude and this bullshittery, then you just need to drop the jealousy and understand it's okay to be single. It's okay not to get laid. It's okay. But if you want something so fucking bad, you got to work hard for it. When you take into account The Art of Seduction and Neil Strauss's The Game, or Nick Strauss, I can't remember his name. The Game. What they're really trying to show you is that it's not pickup artistry that you need to pick up. The idea is, here's how you attract women or people that you like. This is how we're going to get to point A to point B. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Because eventually when that thing happens, like say that you get it, you want to get laid. Well, like I said, there's two ways you can do it. Find it, you can get yourself into a relationship, work hard as fuck in order to get laid. But the main points I want to show you is that most of y'all just need to be genuine. And most of y'all just need to be more about having fun. And stop complaining about these brutish men, as you call them. I'll tell you this. There are beautiful women out there. Stop going after the blondes. Stop going after the brunettes or the redheads. Stop going after people that you find attractive. And find someone that is just like you. Someone that you can relate with. Someone that will help you know yourself. The reason why I chose my fiance to begin with, the reason why I chose her was because she understands where I'm coming from. She understands what I do for a living. She understands why I work so hard and why I work in the ways that I do. I'm not trying to tell people how it is. I'm not trying to give people a reason to hate themselves. I want people to understand that relationships are easy. Quit feeding yourself bullshit and quit being so goddamn jealous of other people. I used to be in the same boat as all of you. All of you incels and you nice guys used to be in the same boat. But then you have to realize that's a very, very poorly constructed boat that we're all piling into. It's only a matter of time before it sinks. It's only a matter of time before we all start drowning. And if you don't know how to swim, you're never going to survive. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Peace out. And good luck.